Harden, that's good. Harden's got 6 in the quarter.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
And George, here we go. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
That's the uncanny ability he has, to find a teammate for an easy basket or get one himself.
A different look now for San Antonio. Boris Diaz checked in for Olynyk, and it's Dante Exum in for Ian Clark. And a change for the Rockets. Burns checked in. Here's Caspi. Makes a big high bounce and goes in.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Pass to Exum. Beverly against George. Right side Leonard. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
And Beverly kicks to Harden. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Big-time finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim, too, just for good measure.
Yeah, but guys, nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating every now and then.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
They double him with George. Caspi for 3, and that one's good. Caspi's got 5 points now this quarter.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Yeah, it took them a while, but now they're starting to get into a flow from outside. And boy, is that time.
And George kicks to Diaw. A shot's good on the assist by George. Diaw's got 12 points in the game.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a 3-point battle taking shape here.
Laverne passes to Caspi. Moniunas kicks to Beverly. Offline with his 3.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Houston's gotten the 3-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. From the arc, San Antonio with the rebound. George has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Out of bounds, Houston takes possession. And then for Houston, Capella's checked in, and it's Moniunas in for Josh Smith. So on the floor for Houston, Kent Bazemore is out there with Moniunas. Then it's Lawson. Then it's Harden, and it's Capella in at center. Houston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Stolen by George. And a fast break now for the Spurs. George with the ball and finished off by Bass.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Executed to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
No doubt about it, unless you're the donkey. Because if you're the dunker, it's great. I don't necessarily appreciate somebody slamming one on the top of my head.
Well, you got to get out from under the hoop if you want to stay away, if you want to stay out of the poster.
And that's really the change in our game. It's the overall athletic ability. I love those point guards that can throw it down.
Well, you've talked about that. That's a dose of the modern NBA, Greg. That kind of aerial ability isn't limited now to just the front court anymore.
That's exactly right.
You know, I look at it this way, guys. It seems to me there are more high flyers at guard than anywhere else in the league these days.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Three-pointer, Pondexter. Moniunas grabs the miss. Moniunas has got his 6th rebound on the night. Lawson dishes to Harden. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
George passes to Bass. Clark kicks to Bass. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Pondexter. Bazemore grabs the miss.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Law sinks it to Bazemore. His 3-pointers off the mark. Spurs have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. And that one's good by Clark.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end. He wasn't able to get his name in the score sheet in the first half, but he looks like he's starting to find his comfort zone here.
Feeds it to Pondexter. George with the ball. Just 5 on the clock. Stolen by Harden. And Lawson, here we go.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mona Eunice.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
To the right side. A 3-ball. San Antonio again missing. It's Harden with the drive. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. The Spurs have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. And that one's good by Clark.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very efficiently.
From downtown, it's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Bazemore for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got assist number 8 now on the night. Back to George. To the left side wing. Takes the 3. No luck.
I'll tell you what, he'll get some of those hustle points if he keeps boxing out like that.
They set the pick. Harden draws the double. Bazemore for 3, and another 3 for Houston.
He's really done a nice job taking advantage of his opportunities in this half.
That's good.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Rockets have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Lawson drives in, wide open. San Antonio with the rebound. George has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. A nice shot by Pondexter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
George up top, guarded by Harden. And George, here we go.
And what a game for George. 11 rebounds and a ridiculous number of steals. He's showing us those quick hands today, both when he has the ball and when he doesn't.
Clark, you love the fact that he's a terrific distributor, but also, how about those defensive instincts? That's also been excellent today.
Boris Diaz checked in for San Antonio. Exum comes in for Ian Clark. Here's George, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of UNLV,
goodness.
no doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
No luck. So Houston will take it the other way. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. 4 hits the front of the rim and out.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Got it. Nice one there from Exum.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
They double him with George from 12 feet out. And it's Harrell missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Lawson dishes to Smith. He feeds it to Ford. Screen by Smith. Swiped it away. And it takes him. Uptime on the assist by George.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
2 minutes.
Got a piece of it. And Lawson, here we go. Nails it from the high post.
My goodness, since when does he score off the crossover? Now I've truly seen it all.
George against Lawson.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
George passes to Bass. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Nice job coming off that screen. And that's 10 points for Ty Lawson.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for San Antonio.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early, and you're going to be seeing them that often.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for George. He did it all tonight, making an impact with more than just his scoring. How about the fact that he got a triple-double?
First free throw is good.
At the line for the Spurs, Josh Smith.
Smith hits them both. So it's the Spurs now. And George, here we go. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
Screen by Smith. Over to the left wing. Bazemore gets the bucket.
Boy, that's a nice feed by Lawson.
Ty Lawson.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And George, here we go. The 10-footer. Another one falls for San Antonio.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
Lucky win.
It was all skill, baby.
Well, of course it was. What was I thinking? Good seeing you, freak.
All right, you too. Take care.
Yeah, say hello to the family for me.
All right, I will.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. An historic night for him, delivering a performance for the ages as he comes away with an unbelievable quadruple double. Double figures in 4 different categories. Nothing fills up the box score sweeter in a win.
I know Freak's going to have a lot of people back home in Harlem extremely proud of the way he played tonight. And they should be proud of him because his play was genius. Just a textbook example of how to gain a mental edge and continue to exploit it.
He was completely in sync with the whole team tonight. And you can see that in the assist numbers, which were spectacular, I might add. It's hard to imagine him having a better night passing the basketball, man.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith,